Hi, fifth grade, is Mrs. Pritchard. I'm kind of doing one of the last couple lessons we're doing with metric. So we are going to be working on measuring mass, which the basic unit for that is going to be the gram. Okay, so it's very similar to the lesson I taught on length and Miss Allie did on capacity. So our staircase is not going to change and it's still going to be going by powers of 10 because that's our metric system. So I'm hoping you get getting the hang of coding what direction you're going, kind of writing that expression and shifting your decimal. Okay, so what we're going to do again, this time, all we're going to be working on is grams. So that'll be like kilogram, gram, milligram. It's going to be the same kind of technique. Okay, so instead of writing on there, because that's kind of hard, I'm going to kind of give you an example here. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're going to do 13 7/10 of a gram into how many milligrams? Okay, so the first thing I would do is code it. Okay, so remember when we're coding, we're just wondering, are we going larger to smaller? Am I going down the staircase and multiplying? Or am I going up the staircase, which would be smaller to larger and dividing? So let's code that. So again, I'm going gram. Okay, and that's our basic unit, gram. And I'm going down to milligram. Okay, so I'm going to show you I'm at my basic unit. Unit would be gram right here. Okay, and I'm going down 1, 2, 3 to milligram. Okay, so the first step we do, number one, is we just code it. So can someone tell me how we're coding it if we're going down the staircase? Excellent. So if I'm looking at my problem, okay, I'm going larger because gram is larger to smaller. Okay, so I'm just coding it. And then because I'm going larger to smaller down the staircase, what would I be doing? If I'm going down, I'm multiplying. Perfect. Okay, so again, we're just coding. That's number one. Number two is I'm writing an expression. So I'm going to look at how many steps I took. So I know I have 13 7/10 times, because you guys just told me that, and how much is every step worth? Yeah, 10, right? So that's going to kind of be my base. And then how many steps did I take? Let's look again. So I'm at gram and I went down 1, 2, 3 to milligram. So 3 steps, right? So again, another way, instead of writing 10 times 10 times 10, which I know is 1,000, we're just writing it with a base and exponent. Okay, so I have 13 7/10 times 10 to the third power. So there's my second step. Okay, now all I have to do in my third step is shift my decimal. So I'm going to write that 13 7/10, and I'm going to circle my exponent, because remember the exponent is telling us how many places to shift my decimal. So it's a 3. So am I going to be shifting it to the left or the right if I'm multiplying? So again, think, should your answer get larger or smaller? If I'm multiplying, it should be getting larger. So I'm going to be moving it to the right 3 places, right? So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, which means I'm going to have to put 2 zeros, right? So once I shifted my decimal, it would be like 13,700. Okay? So those are kind of what we're going to be practicing this week. Again, with your sample problems, we're just going to put a couple up to just practice the shifts, but it's no different than what you've been doing with length and what you've been doing with capacity. The only difference is our units are changing because we're going to be measuring more the mass of an object. Okay, so let's try one more. Okay, so again, someone give me, okay, you want to start in centigrams? Okay, so you want, okay, 4 centigrams. So let's say we have 4 centigrams, which would be CG. And let's say we just want to know how many grams that would be. Okay, so here's my problem. Okay, so how would I code that? So if I'm at centigrams and I'm going to grams, right? So I'm at centa and I'm going up to grams, which would be 1 decigram, 2. okay? So am I going up or down the staircase? I'm going up, right? Which would mean a smaller to a larger. And if I'm going up the staircase, what am I doing? I'm dividing because it's not going to take as many of them, right? So again, there's my coding. Okay, step 2 is I'm going to write an expression. So someone tell me 4 divided by 10 to the what? How many steps up did we take? Again, we're at centigram. We went 1, 2 to my basic unit, which is grams. 2. Bam. Look at how easy that is. 4 divided by 10 to the second. Beautiful. And then where's my decimal sitting when I'm doing this? If I have a whole number, right, it's sitting right at the end. It's right at the end of the whole number. Okay, and the third one, I'm just going to shift it. So if I have 4, my decimal sitting at the end of that number, what direction am I going to shift it if I'm dividing? Yeah, if I'm dividing, it should be getting smaller. So I'm going to go to the left. How many places? How many steps did I take in my expression? How do I know that? I look at my 2, right? I'm going to circle my exponents. Sorry. So my exponent shows me. Okay, and now I'm going to shift it to the left twice. So 1, 2, which means I'd have to put a 0 there. Okay, so my answer is going to be 4/100ths of a gram, right? So all I did is shift it to the left twice. Okay, so one more time, the steps are not going to change. So someone tell me, what's number 1? What's the first thing you're going to do? Yes, you're going to code it. What direction are you going? And what operation are you doing? 2, what should I see on number 2 that we have gone over and over and over? What is it called though? Yes, it's called an expression. So I should be seeing the expression. Okay, times 10 to the what power? And then 3, what are you doing? You're just shifting your decimal to the left or right. And once you do steps 1 and 2, step 3 is super simple. Okay, so we're coding, writing an expression, shifting. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, good luck. Just try the sample problems, and then Miss Allie will be going more over 8.3 homework. Okay, good job. You guys are rocking it. We're really, really proud of you. Miss you guys.